The Descent, 2005, directed by Neil Marshall, is a masterclass in claustrophobic visceral horror. This British film is celebrated for its intense atmosphere, strong performances, and harrowing story that combines physical and psychological terror. It has earned its place as one of the most gripping and terrifying horror films of its time. The story follows six women on a caving expedition in the Appalachian Mountains. The trip meant to help Sarah, Shauna MacDonald, heal from a tragic personal loss, takes a horrifying turn when the group becomes trapped in an uncharted cave system. As they search for a way out, they encounter a race of blind, humanoid predators, creatures that have adapted to life underground and are brutally territorial. The horror is twofold: the physical danger of being lost in a dark, suffocating cave, and the relentless threat of the predatory creatures. The film builds its scares with masterful pacing, initially focusing on the group's growing tension and desperation before unleashing the monsters in a chaotic, nightmarish second act. The performances are excellent across the board. Shauna MacDonald shines as Sarah, portraying a character who transitions from grief-stricken and vulnerable to fiercely resilient. Natalie Mendoza as Juno adds complexity with a performance that blends confidence, guilt, and desperation, making her one of the film's most compelling figures. The chemistry among the cast is believable, and their interactions feel genuine, which makes their conflicts and eventual fates all the more impactful. Each actress brings authenticity to their role, elevating the tension as their relationships deteriorate under immense pressure. For audiences, The Descent is an unforgettable experience. Its tightly controlled pacing and unrelenting intensity create a sense of dread that lingers long after the credits roll. The film's use of naturalistic lighting, relying on headlamps, flares, and glow sticks, enhances its claustrophobic atmosphere. The horror resonates on multiple levels, from primal fears of the dark and confined spaces to deeper themes of loss, guilt, and survival. Unlike many horror films, The Descent invests heavily in its characters, making their plight and struggles feel real and personal, which adds emotional weight to the terror. The Descent is a landmark in modern horror, skillfully combining physical thrills with psychological depth. Neil Marshall's direction, coupled with strong performances and an unflinching commitment to tension, makes it a standout in the genre. For fans of horror, it's an absolute must-watch, delivering an experience that is both terrifying and deeply engaging.